All right, so I'm not a welder, and I've only welded a few times in my past. Never on a car, so this was a first for this project, but it was all good fun. So just to recap it all, in order to get this stuff out, all the old metal, which I should show you the box of it all right here. That all had to be cut out and grinded away in order to give me the space and be able to install the new pan. One of the things I did was originally factory, all these pieces were spot welded on, and so on the original pieces you can see where the original welds are, and I took a drill bit and I tried just to drill out the original spot welds so I could get a cold chisel and maybe split the seams open to try to get everything out. And it worked for a lot of it, some places it didn't. So when I wanted to weld everything, I wanted to keep the same theme. So on the new pieces, I drilled holes so that I could spot weld with my MIG welder on the new pieces. The downside, I thought, was my drill bit was too big. There were certain locations where I actually I drilled my hole a little too far from where I needed to weld in the end. A thing to note with these pieces, they're gonna fit, but maybe not perfect, so you need to make it fit. Certain holes that I had drilled for spot welding were off location, so I had to figure out a way to fill it up. Other than that, I think everything turned out pretty well. Everything fit really well. The gas tank fit perfectly. Just minor adjustments in order to get the bolts lined up. And after I welded everything, I used a seam sealer and I sealed everything and then painted everything to make it, to give it nice, good rust prevention. And also, where there's the lateral braces, when I cut out the old ones, there's a void underneath that had actually had a lot of surface rust. So I did my best to clean it up, and then I put some rust preventative paint inside as far as I could go inside the cavity. I did the same thing with the space in between the suspension pan and the lateral brace top. I painted it to give it some better rust prevention. And then, of course, seam sealed everything else. The only thing you guys didn't see is that on the suspension pan, there are two braces that go over the mounting points for where the suspension sits in. Those I welded up off camera, but nonetheless, they're there and they need to be there. Other than that, this was very difficult, very messy, but it was fun. So, in the end, it was a success. See you on the next one.